question that really got us thinking, and our whole team had different opinions on, that came from Emmanuel from Los Angeles, California, one of the two-way community members. And the question was, which political party do you think is more influenced by corporations and wealthy donors? And now, when originally one of my teammates told me this was in it, I thought, well, if you had asked this in 2012, I would have certainly thought the Republican Party. But the gap in which, and the spread in which people said GOP, and even particular people who voted for Trump said the GOP is more influenced by large corporations and wealthy donors, was pretty stark to me. And it got us thinking, got us talking about what this means and what would it be like even if you put Trump in there instead of the GOP. And would it be different? Because he certainly hasn't been a friend to numerous large corporations or wealthy donors in recent history.
David, hold on.
Yeah.
I want to hear from all three of you on this because, again, most of our poll results, unfortunately, in this day and age are polarized, right? It's like Republicans say one thing, Democrats another. This is a pretty stark finding. Batya, Sean, Dan, love to hear what you guys think about this.
Yeah, I think this is something that I try to tell Republicans a lot. There's only one thing that your average MAGA voter hates more than the Democratic Party, and it's the pre-Trump Republican Party, because they feel like their concerns were sort of pimped out on the altar of the things that the elites agree with them on, which is the cultural issues. And so the elites on the right sort of sold them out because they had them hostage because the Democrats had become so far to the left. And Mark, this is kind of where I diverge from you on the JD front. You know, the ways in which Trump is competitive and popular are all the ways in which he is different from the pre-Trump GOP. And that is both on social cultural issues and on economic issues and on foreign policy issues. On all of those, he is radically different from the pre-Trump version of the party. And this poll really confirms that even MAGA voters still see the party, the Republican Party, without Trump as anathema to their best interests. That's kind of what I see here.
Yeah, Sean.
Preach, sister.
I mean, I just think the challenge is, we just talked about Elon Musk being the richest man in the world and kind of overseeing reorganizing the federal government. And Trump likes to brag about how rich a lot of his cabinet is. I mean, it's hard to, and look, where does he spend his free time? At his country clubs, at Mar-a-Lago and Bedminster. It's hard to simply say he is just for the working class when he surrounds himself with rich donors and he's, walks around the Middle East with like a who's who of Fortune 500 CEOs. It's hard.
It's amazing. I will say that to me, it's sort of like a lot of the people who preach about the problem with the media and then go run and do a Politico breakfast. It's like, yep. What are you doing? But I think part of this David, I don't know if he's capable on the fly of doing this, but I think that Batya's point is kind of the key thing to me. I would actually look at the crosstab in this, and I wonder how many like sort of Trump voters believe that the party, it's probably not the Democrats that are driving this. And equally, by the way, I'd say that there's probably a populist strand of Bernie Sanders voters in the Democratic Party that drives their numbers, because that's the issue here, is that both of those segments of the respective parties believe that there's too much corporate, power in the establishment wing of the party.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the mood of America, as you said, Sean, both on the Bernie Sanders left and the MAGA populist right, you see the numbers for neither are, within the margin of error of zero. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe that's always been true throughout American history, but that's pretty striking as well. Hey, did you like that conversation? Well, you can be part of the two-way community. Join us live for interactive conversations like no other. Go to twoway.tv. You can also watch anytime. Hit the subscribe button and watch our two-way clips and full episodes whenever your time allows.